Several Muslim countries worldwide announced the commencement of the holy fasting month of Ramadan on Thursday. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi congratulated the Egyptian people in a Twitter message and exchanged congratulatory cables with dignitaries of the Muslim world on the occasion. The president also issued a presidential decree pardoning 165 prisoners ahead of the holy month of Ramadan. Those released were charged in cases related to violating the protest law along with other misdemeanors. The Cairo Criminal Court confirmed the death sentence of ousted President Mohamed Morsi in the mass jailbreak case during the 25th of January 2011 revolution. The court also sentenced to death the supreme guide of the terrorist Brotherhood organization Mohammed Badia, as well as its other members Assam al-Aryan, Rashad al-Bayoumi, and Mohammed Saad al-Katatni. Other Brotherhood leaders Mohammed Biltagi, Safwat Higazi, and Saad al-Husseini were sentenced to life in prison, with 97 others sentenced to death in absentia, including runaway cleric Yusuf al-Qaradawi taking refuge in Qatar. The accused were convicted for killing and kidnapping policemen and civilians, along with attacking police facilities and breaking out of jail, and inciting violence during the uprising against former President Hosni Mubarak. In an earlier session, the same court sentenced both Morsi and Badia to 25 years in prison each for conspiring with foreign groups against the country's national security. In total, 17 were given life sentences. The court also sentenced Brotherhood leader Khairat al-Shatir, Mohammed al-Biltagi, and Ahmed Abdel Ati to death in the same case. Death sentences were also handed to 13 other defendants in absentia. The verdicts can be appealed. During his participation in the closing session of the African Union Summit on Monday, Prime Minister Ibrahim Mahlab said that peace and security in Africa is challenged by armed disputes, terrorism, piracy, and overseas organized crimes, all having negative repercussions on humanitarian, economic, and social development. He stressed that no country is safe from terrorism, as crimes committed by terrorist and radical groups do not have any borders, tarnishing the real essence of Islam and making use of people's ignorance of it. He affirmed that Egypt is exerting its utmost efforts to achieve the stability and security of the continent, as it did in Libya through hosting a conference for the Libyan tribes to find a solution to its crisis, and Egypt is continuing its support for the Libyan legitimate elected authorities. Mahlab also expressed his concerns for the instability in South Sudan that has erupted 2 years ago and is ongoing, threatening the whole stability of the continent, calling on the South Sudanese concerned parties to deal with regional and international mediation and put the interest of their country as a top priority. The head of the Suez Canal Authority, Mohab Mamish, has announced the completion of over 85% of the canal's new expansion. During a press conference, Mamish added that about 1 million Egyptians have taken part in the digging of the 145-year-old canal, adding that the strategic waterway has long witnessed wars but is now opening new horizons for development. The senior official went on to say that 4,300 pieces of equipment were used in the digging and that 113 private and public sector companies and contractors are taking part in the operation. Mamish noted that work is underway ahead of the canal's grand opening on the 6th of August, confirming that dredging works would be concluded on July 15th. Mamish said the expansion of the canal would reduce navigation time for ships to 11 hours from the original 22, making it the fastest canal in the world. Both the old and new waterways are connected vertically. Egypt defeated Tanzania 3-0 in their opening African Cup of Nations qualifier on Sunday at Alexandria's Burj Al Arab Stadium. Rami Rabia signed first on the score sheet in the 61st minute before Bassem Morsi added the second 4 minutes later, while Mohamed Salah cemented the third in the 69th minute. Since their latest glory in Angola in 2010, Egypt has failed to reach the tournament under coaches Hassan Shahata in 2012, Bob Bradley 2013, and Shawqi Gharib in 2015.
أحمر وأخضر، جبنا الفوانيس أحمر وأخضر، بعد ما نفطر رح نتحضر، بعد ما نفطر رح نتحضر.
أنا بحب رمضان عشان أشتري فانوس وألعب بيه. فرحان علشان رمضان جاي صيام.
الأب بيتوارث وبيجيب لابنه الفانوس عشان يفرح.
كل سنة ماما بتجيب لي فانوس في رمضان.
الفانوس ده لينا في رمضان،
ما ادهمش غير المنتج المصري
عشان أحس برمضان، بيمثل لي فرحة وبلعب بيه كل سنة.
يعني احنا كبرنا ولسه عايزة فانوس.